Griffin Poetry Prize 2001. Judge's Citation. Ghandl of the Qayahl Llaanas. Translated by Robert Bringhurst. For most readers, 9 visits to the Mythworld will be a revelation. These sophisticated narrative poems by Haida myth-teller Ghandl come from an unfamiliar imaginative world, studied by specialists more for its anthropological interest than its artistry. Robert Bringhurst's sinewy language and acute formal intelligence now reveal poetry of vivacity and stature, which can be enjoyed as a cultural treasure. From Those Who Stay a Long Way Out to Sea, Ghandl of the Qayahl Llaanas. Translated by Robert Bringhurst.
Gannan tulapawastala gaslulta la ganshina tulhagawan wansuma gan khawhaga laga hidaha tuqayge laga gansu gaskuatsi lagaskina fugana wansuma. And then there was a tenant who went to hunt with dogs, they say. And after they had traveled for a while, the mist settled in. And they came to a steep cliff, and they climbed the cliff, they say. And then their dogs ran back and forth on the ground below, squawking up at them like dogs, they say. And then they built a fire on top of the cliff. The one they called the brainless one fed his hunting bow to the fire. And after it had burned away completely, it lay there in plain sight on the ground below. And then he said himself to the fire, "Wow." For a while he burned, and then he vanished. He stood in plain sight on the ground below. And he called to his elder brothers to do the same. "Come on, do what I did. I suffered no pain." So they started to feed themselves to the fire. And one by one, as soon as they vanished, they stood on the ground. When they put in the next to the eldest, his skin shriveled up and his eyes bulged. This was because he was frightened, they say. But after he vanished, he stood with the others below.
9 Visits to the Mythworld by Ghandl of the Qayahl Llaanas. Translated by Robert Bringhurst.
Well, I live on the coast of British Columbia, and there are a great number of native cultures on that coast that have produced beautiful visual art, and I learned of the existence of a large body of Haida literature, which had been recorded about 100 years ago. I began reading it initially in English translation, and I discovered that I was so overwhelmed by this work that I had to begin the study of the language in order to get closer to it. See, people who love poetry do crazy things like that, you know. They will learn languages in order to read the poetry that's in them.